They've waited for this for 2 weeks. The AfricaEcoRace finishers set off for the final run today along the shores of the Atlantic. The traditional start was taken on the beach. It was also the chance on this final day to distribute humanitarian packages brought by the organizers. The Lula Eco au Senegal Association furnished the Pouponnière de Mbour for Orphan Children's Foundation. The final 22 timed kilometers from Niokub to Lake Rose were a reward for all and a deliverance for some. 37 bikes started in Monaco 2 weeks ago and 23 arrived. 2 intense weeks for all the competitors who all experienced an extraordinary adventure. Here's a wrap-up of their adventure in 90 seconds. The one rider who stood out above the rest was this teenager no one had ever heard of. Gev Sella is from Israel. This was his first rally raid. He won 5 stages and his first international trophy. But before leaving for military duty in just a few days, he was in a dream state on the shores of Lake Rose, basking in his victory.
It was amazing, this whole rally. It was just an amazing experience. Now it was the best thing ever to full gas on the beach, on the water, you know, where everybody, the greatest of the all time, was exactly in the same lines that I rode. Now it just like amazing feeling and high.
Gev Sella takes the win by a comfortable 50 minutes 2 seconds from pal Anders Ulvesetter, with Martin Benko completing the podium. In the car category, 42 set off with a common goal: arrive in Dakar. For 31, it's mission accomplished. Here are some of the best images of these machines setting off at nearly 200 kph in the desert. Russia's Vladimir Vasilyev and former teammate of Jean-Louis Schlesser, Konstantin Ziltsov, dominated the rally. Here, for the first time in the Mini, they built their lead in Morocco, winning the first 3 stages, then another in Mauritania where the car was less at ease. Overall, they had no mechanical issues. They were very fast, especially in week 1. They then limited the damage in the sand to step onto the top step of the podium. Clearly, it is a great joy to win. However, it was really hard in the Mauritanian dunes. But in the end, we understood how to get over them. We found the solution, and now we can say it's a nice surprise to win this rally. Vasiliev and Ziltsov take their first win in the AfricaEcoRace with a commanding 2-hour, 10-minute lead from Zaplatel. Dominique Husio was third overall, ahead of Guillaume Gomez. Karganov and the Kamas completes the top 5. And while we're on the subject, while they are included in the combined standings, there was a race within the race. 9 monsters of the desert lined up for the start, 8 finished. Only Elizabeth Jacinto retired after her engine caught fire. And here are some of their best images. Andrei Karganov was the pre-rally favorite, and he dominated this year's edition. The Russian is in the best team with the best truck. He adores this rally and what it represents. I'm very happy to have won. It's the first time. I love Africa and the Cevian. I'm in a great team with incredible co-drivers, mechanics, and assistants. Without them, I probably not would have won, and I want to thank everyone for the win. Yaroslav Walter in the Tatra takes second, ahead of 3-time winner Tomas Tomacek. Sergei Krupyanov in the gas-powered Kamaz finishes fourth. Following the last day of competition, we met up with event director Jean-Louis Schlesser. First of all, there were no major issues. The good humor was all around, the conviviality, the wonderful bivouacs. We were treated like royalty. There were no customs problems. What I will remember from this Africa race is the victory for the young Gev Sello, who well deserved the win. But I also have to mention the great competitor Pal Anders Ulvasetter, who on one stage was far ahead and stopped and gave some petrol to Sella, who was out of gas. He could have easily ignored him and gone on for the win. They battled and helped one another all throughout the rally.
Je dirais que la victoire de
The win for
Vassiliev,
Vasiliev is hardly a
c'est pas
surprise.
tout à fait une surprise. Il avait une
He
bonne
had a
voiture,
good
c'était un
car,
très, très
it's a
bon
very good
équipage.
crew,
Mais malgré
but
tout,
despite that, we saw
on a pu
Magnaldi
voir
win
au
some
fil des
stages.
spéciales
There were
que,
different winners. The rally was very
Magnaldi
competitive.
a gagné, enfin bref, je vais pas tous les citer, mais il y a eu différents vainqueurs. La course a été très animée. Et en camion, eh bien,
And with the trucks, we had expected the win for
Kamaz sans
Kamaz.
surprise.
On the other
Par
hand,
contre,
behind the two
derrière,
Kamaz,
les deux
there were the two
Kamaz, ce sont
Tatras,
deux Tatras,
and that
et
is
ça,
a
c'est
real
une vraie
surprise.
C'est un anniversaire.
I hope it
10
goes
ans.
as well
J'espère
next year
que
for our 10th
ça se
anniversary
déroulera
as it
au
did
moins
this
aussi
year
bien que
and in
cette
the
année.
previous
Et puis
years.
les années
We are
précédentes,
gradually
on est
growing.
monté tout doucement en puissance
We have a
encore.
fine
C'est
rally
qu'on
that
a une
is known
course
thanks to our
vraiment qui est
TV
belle, qui est
production
reconnue,
that is being
qui,
seen
grâce
around the world.
à notre production, se fait connaître maintenant un peu plus dans le monde entier. J'espère que
I hope we
on
will have
aura
a closer fight in the
une
bikes and
bagarre encore
cars.
plus importante en moto et en auto. On n'a pas eu d'accident très grave et ça c'est ce qui.
We didn't
c'est
have
ce
any
qui
major
m'importe.
accidents, which
Il faut
is the
que la
most
course,
important
elle se déroule,
thing.
mais
For me, that
sans
is
accident, pour
magnificent.
moi, c'est magnifique.
And before we leave you, here is the image of the rally with Jean-Louis Schlesser having the best seat in the house to watch the action. And this brings down the curtain on edition 9 of the AfricaEcoRace. And we will leave you with the best footage from the onboard cameras and see you next year for edition 10 of the AfricaEcoRace.